race back after a 17-year hiatus. And now here we are at the 50th anniversary of the event that started it all. As many of you know, the World 1000 was conceived as a barroom bet at Worrell Brothers Raw Bar and Discotheque here in Virginia Beach. As a result of that bet, Michael Worrell and Gary Beeson decided to sail south to see how far they would get on a Hobie 16. They made it to Fort Lauderdale before the boat broke up. And from that adventure, Mike Worrell decided to run a race in the opposite direction from Fort Lauderdale to Virginia Beach to take advantage of the prevailing winds in May. He chose May because hurricane season starts in June, and before that you can have nor'easters. Of course, that changes with the warmth of the planet, so we'll see what happens. His vision resulted in a race in 1976, and that race has created the chain of events to what we have today. Stops were added instead of making it non-stops so that sponsors could get coverage. And here we are. The online engagement this year was incredible. We had almost 1 million hits on Facebook. That's an incredible number, and it's conclusive proof that the World 1000 is a one-of-a-kind race that generates interest around the world. I'd like to introduce now Beverly Simmons, who is our media director, and also is the person who keeps everything in order during the 2-year period where we're organizing the next race. This race ends, and the planning for the next race, as soon as we can catch our breath, will begin. From arranging and overseeing news and social media coverage to her daily live feeds from the beach, Beverly's conveyed the spirit and action of the World 1000 to the public, and those hits show it. And Beverly also worked with the organizing of the parties and dinners that we had along the way, which not only filled stomachs and made people happily sleep happily with a full stomach, but it let the teams get to know each other and socialize. And this event is very unique. There are fierce competitors out there on the water, but everybody helps each other. The sportsmanship is incredible, and a lot of, trust me, lifelong friendships have come from this race. And Beverly helps work to put that together. And finally, she worked with the OA to ensure that all of the pre-race items were timely completed, sometimes tearing her hair out as they weren't, but here we are. Beverly, say a few words.
Thank you. My biggest fan. And I'm still taller than you, even up here. I have platform flip-flops on. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for being here. It means the world to me that you guys continue to come back. This was a fight to bring this back in 2019. If you guys have been following this, which I know you were, we originally had 5 boats in 2019. We ended up only having 3, but you know what? Even if we only had 2, we were gonna run it because we had to prove that it could be done and give you all the confidence to come back, and come back you did. So give you all yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So I do have some special guests here today. Michael Berlucci, who is the city councilman, and also a city councilman member, Mr. Worth. I forget your last name. Remick, please come on up. They have a proclamation to give to us.
Well, thank you. My name is Michael Berlucci, and I serve as a city council member here in Virginia Beach. And my colleague, Worth Remick, is here, and I'll let him say a few words in just a moment. But I just want to express my appreciation to you and my congratulations on your 50th anniversary. The Rural 1000 race is a very special event for our country. And it's very special for us that it concludes here in the city of Virginia Beach. So if you live here, I want to thank you for making this part of your life. And if you're visiting, I want to welcome you to Virginia Beach and thank you for your many years of coming back here and making Virginia Beach part of your life. I do have a proclamation that I'd like to read. Yeah, that'd be great. And it says, whereas the World 1000 race initially began as a bet in the World Brothers restaurant at the Virginia Beach oceanfront in the early 1970s, the World Brothers, Michael and Chris, bet that it was possible to sail a 16-foot catamaran from Virginia Beach to Florida. The voyage is roughly 1,000 miles stretching down the Atlantic. And whereas Michael Worrell and his crew, Steve McGarrett, set sail on October 1st, 1974 as on their first attempt, the pair endured 2 hurricanes and were forced to make multiple stops to repair their boat. Finally, the duo was forced to end their race in Fort Lauderdale, but the mission was accomplished. Whereas the Worrell Brothers pioneered in turning this journey into an innovative, extreme sailing event unlike any other, thus creating the inaugural Worrell Brothers Coastwise race in May of 1976, which was later renamed the World 1000 race. And whereas the rules of the race were simple and straightforward, sail as fast as you can, keeping the continent on the left, and call into the restaurant every 24 hours to let us know where you are. Starting in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and finishing in Virginia Beach, Virginia, those early races sailed on 16-foot catamaran, Hobie catamarans, were a non-stop day and night endurance test of sailors and their boats. The rules have changed, adding overnight stops and allowing for development advances in multi-hulls with boats up to 20 feet in length with an unrestricted beam. Sorry, a lot of sailing terms that I'm not used to saying. Spanning nearly 5 decades, this test of iron men and women and plastic boats has attracted the very best sailors, along with spectators and media attention from around the world. And whereas the World 1000 race celebrates your 50th anniversary on May 25th, 2024 in Virginia Beach, now therefore be it resolved that the City Council hereby recognizes and applauds the World 1000 race. And we really do. And I'd like to offer my colleague, Councilman Worth Remick, who represents this area, a moment to bring greetings as well.
Thank you, Michael. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to everybody. The World 1000, your 50th anniversary. This is a part of Virginia Beach. You know, the water sports, surfing, sailing. I have sailed before. Catamaran sailing is very difficult. We read this at council a week ago. So the first inaugural race back in 1974, that team endured 2 hurricanes. They had to come ashore twice. And imagine that in a catamaran coming up against a hurricane. So congratulations, Team Australia. I know it's a very difficult race, and congratulations to everyone who participated. Your city, Virginia Beach, is a sponsor of this as well, and we certainly will do so in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We also have something for you.
Thank you.
We,
What?
oh, okay. I had them in my hand, but you have those. And we also have one for Mayor Dyer.
Oh, great.
And please give him that. These are challenge coins that we had produced for the race. And many of you will be receiving these in a little bit. It's a 50th anniversary commemorative challenge coin for the World 1000. They go to participants and special people who've helped us along the way. Thank you very much for your assistance. Beverly, do you have anything else? Okay, I need to get my script.
I'll get it for you.
Thank you. Moving back into the program, I would like to recognize Mindy Worrell, the widow of Michael Worrell, who has given the race support and encouragement to allow the organizing authority to get it going again. Mindy, please stand up. Thank you for all you've done to help. Now I want to recognize the Worrell 1000 Organizing Authority, Neil Wilson, Bill Fotinas, myself, and my spouse, Janine Feldman. Most of you know that I'm an attorney and that I sailed this race 4 times back in the 1970s. And I've been involved in this race every year in one capacity or another that the race has been run. I add a legal and practical perspective to the mix. I had the idea to bring this race back after a 17-year hiatus and formed a corporation in 2012 just to put the idea somewhere in paper, and brought Neil Wilson on board to assist me with it. And later Bill Fotinas and Janine joined us. And in 2019, we brought the race back as a nonprofit entity. This race is run not for profit, but for the sailors and for the spectators on the internet and on the beaches. It's all for you. What an evolution it's been. And thanks to all the participants' efforts, it's continuing to evolve. Bill Fotinas, thank you for organizing and coordinating so many aspects of the race, including your work in soliciting sponsors for the race. This race is a huge production. What goes on behind the scenes can't be imagined until you endure it. And we do. We start planning next year's race when this one's over, as I've said. Thanks for your work in soliciting sponsors for the race itself and for designing and ordering merchandise for race officials and for sale. And thanks for your work to bring the race to the starting line and your work as assistant beachmaster. Neil Wilson, our beachmaster, thank you for your tireless service as the beachmaster. Your years of experience with the Worrell 1000 and making decisions on the mechanics of starts and finishes of each legs were always spot on and greatly contributed, as many of you personally experienced, to the smooth running of the race. You made it look easy, but as anyone who is involved in this race can attest, it definitely isn't, never was, and never will be. Thank you, Neil. And Janine Feldman, thank you for your essential help to the other members of the organizing authority and for soliciting sponsors and obtaining swag for the race participant swag bags. And Janine, thank you for also coordinating the engraving of the trophies that will be given out today. We do have plaques for the organizing authority. If you would please come forward and receive them. Bill, Neil? It cannot go unrecognized. Thank you. You can present them. That's okay. That's it.
And John, what are you going to do?
Yeah, we'll do John now. We could not.
You're gonna do me?
We could not have done this without our PRO, John Williams, who kept the race on track through all the challenges that we encountered during the race. John's knowledge, experience, and excellent advice resulted in a flawless running of the race from the planning stages to its finish. As in previous races, John was and is and will be the keystone to hold everything together. Thank you, John, for everything you did.
Thank you.
And on the artistic side, I want to thank Brandon Cooper, Lance Williams, and Jeff Brigham, and the fan lady, Makita and Nikki Lemodel, for their still and video coverage of the race. Unfortunately, Makita, also known as Nikki, is not with us today. She had to leave, but we have challenge coins for each of them. Look for more of their works to be posted on the website soon. Thank you for a great job. Yeah. And a special thank you to Rick Romano, the artist who created the race art for the World 1000. He created artwork in the 1980s, which I have copies of, and it's really incredible, the quality of his art. He's back with this great poster honoring the 50th anniversary race. Signed prints of the poster artwork, t-shirts with the poster artwork, and other race-related merchandise will be available through a link on the World 1000 website. Look for it after the race is over when we have time to create it. John, you have some comments to make about a special group of people that worked on the race?
I always have comments about special people.
Do you want me to do this?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, so in watching teams pull together, there's always that indefinable moment where there seems to be a change in the momentum and the way that we watch ground crews support one another. And we want to recognize 4 individuals. I caught them running down the beach, sprinting to catch boats as they came in when there was no other ground crew there, helping to pull nearly every single boat up the beach. These guys, I don't know where they got the energy. I don't remember even when I was their age having that much energy. But I'd really like to have Chris Lim and someone to represent the Peters boys, Michael and Robert. No. I'm missing one. Lockie White. Guys, we've got a pint glass for you, a hat, a t-shirt, a commemorative wristband, and there's a buff in there as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. You embody the spirit of the sport. Please keep coming back. You've done a fantastic job with those boys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Yeah. All right, so now we are going to draw the raffle ticket for this signed poster from Rick Romano, already framed. If you're watching online and you bought a ticket, it's in this bucket. I get to pick? No, that doesn't feel like.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, I think I know this person. Luann Stokes.
That was an online purchase.
Online purchase. Luann Stokes, if you're watching, you just got the poster.
I'll take that. No, the ticket.
It's in here somewhere.
Thanks, I'll make sure.
Robert, are you back on?
Thank you, John. As we continue, now I would like to have a moment of silence to pay tribute to the War 1000 sailors, including Michael Worrell and others involved in the race who have passed on over the years. Thank you. Many of you knew Sandra Tardolino from the catamaran racing circuit, including from the Worrell 1000. Tragically, in 2019, Sandra died in a boating accident during a race in Rhode Island. Sandra was a sailor who truly exhibited the Corinthian spirit of sailing. Sandra was a sailor and a super nice person. She's really missed. The organizing authority of the Worrell 1000 decided to create a perpetual trophy in her honor. It's awarded to the Worrell 1000 participant who exhibits that Corinthian spirit during the Worrell 1000. The perpetual trophy is kept by the organizing authority, but a plaque is given to the recipient. I am proud to announce that the winner of this year's trophy isn't any one person, it's an entire team. And the team is Team Outer Banks. Would the team members of Team Outer Banks please stand and be recognized? And would the team manager please come forward and accept the presentation of this year's award and the winner's plaque?
Say one thing, Robert. Folks, for those of you who know, this is taller than me. The Tardolino family gifted us Sandra's last F-18 trophy. She meant a lot to a bunch of us. So we're really glad that you got this. It means a lot to me to be able to present this to you. You've been instrumental in this year's race. Your whole family gives of yourselves and your time and your parts and an entire boat this year. So thank you very much for coming along.
And now, don't go too far, John, because I'm turning the mic over to you for the awards presentation.
Thanks. Robert, I'm going to play with the order just a little bit. We'll do the roll call with the trophies. Right now, I want to call up the volunteer race officials, and I've got a challenge coin for each of you. Gentlemen of my race committee, please come up here. You were magnificent. Your endurance is remarkable. And I am so proud to have worked with you. And first, my crash test dummy, the man with a target on his shirt.
Not the target.
Jet Ski Steve, your challenge coin. Your safety officer, Jim Corcus, and a veteran. Greg Casto, another race veteran.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
David Cernas, who served with us for a day. Am I missing the... Oh, Mike Montague. Man, I am so grateful. Buddy, if you're watching instead of sailing right now, I am deeply grateful that we were able to bend your arm. I'll get you your challenge coin. Mike is currently competing at the Hobie Altar Cup, the multi-hull championship for the Hobie Altar Cup. Another great sailor that contributed a lot to the sport. Did I get you every? Where is Larry?
He didn't show up.
Larry Sutzler?
All right, Larry Setzer, I've got a coin for him as well.
I think he had too much fun last night.
Oh, is his hair hurt? He's got some sore hair, but he'll be fine. All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. So our primary sponsor happens to be here today, Miss Peggy Anthony, her brother Ron. Thanks, Peggy. I understand. Peggy has been instrumental in creating the financial wherewithal for us to bring this back for you. We did introduce a new award. It's the Ron Anthony Course Record Award. Unfortunately, we're not able to award that this year.
It's right back there if someone wants to see it.
But this is what it looks like. And you'll notice that the course record is still on there. Mr. Brian Lambert, I know you're here. There he is. Still holding the course record since 2002. I kind of feel like he's Robert Conrad with the battery on his shoulder. I dare you to knock it off. That is 71 hours, 32 minutes, and 55 seconds. Record still stands. So thank you again, Peggy. This award in your brother's name, we're very much grateful for your support and the fact that you're the linchpin. We wouldn't be here if you hadn't helped us so graciously. All right, it is time for awards. So we're going to bring all the teams up. You're going to receive your challenge coins, and then top three, you get trophies. In 12th place, Trey Sunderland, Liam Walls, Carrie Palmer of Team Babysitting Robots. Trey has been fighting to get to this finish for, I don't know, 8 years? Six years. It was a different even number. Thanks, Trey. We are looking for a new F-18 class measurer. I think Trey is just about done. So if you've got some time and a lot of patience and thick skin, talk to Trey. All right, in 11th place, representing Australia and America, Brett White, Larry Ferber, and Chris Lim of Ruin the Hat. And Lockie White jumped on that boat too. Get up here, fellas. We've got 5 challenge coins for each team. Way to go, Whitey.
Thanks, John.
Finally, somebody I can see eye to eye with. All right, in 10th place, representing Germany and the Netherlands, Team MLP, Gerard Loos, Andre Hauschke, and Peter van Druttenberg. Repeat. It's all right, I'll get it.
Yeah, Peter.
Robert.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Okay, I think
We're close on time. Skipper's meeting in 30 minutes.
okay, go fast. Oh, okay, I think that I be the oldest in this competition ever, and I think a grateful word for the organization, and they're working 2 years hard for this setup, and I think also my team members here on the right side, for you on the left. Peter do the media side, Robert did the show crew, and this man make all this possible with the sponsors, and we see maybe in 2 years again.
Nice.
Keep the spirit.
Thanks, Ryan. Oi, oi, oi! All right. In 9th place, representing Germany, Stevie Rue, Christian Schultz, and Ramdas Weikert. So glad I got to meet you. Thank you so much. Smooching the women. Maybe later.
Everybody get one?
Thank you.
Oi! In 8th place, Team Outer Banks, Hardy Peters, James Eden, and April Peters.
And their boys had to go away.
Yeah, boys had to go away. James had to go to work.
We're missing Hardy's boys and James.
Yeah. Somebody has to work. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
In 7th place, a first-time team, I think the biggest ground crew I've seen since I was on Tommy Bahama. Ladies and gentlemen, part of the Hobie family, Team Meerkat, Mark Moderman, Mike Ciel, and Sue Kors and Lynn Myers. 204, 204, 204, 204, 204, 204, 204. Look at that, he's first up. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. We're about to exceed the structural integrity of this platform. I wish you would, please.
Okay, I'm just going to say something really shortly. This has been a... Yeah, that's loud enough, isn't it? You don't want to hear me that loud. Das gibt's doch nicht. This has been an incredible adventure. It's taken a year of organizing, and I think the most difficult part was all the fundraising and stuff like that, although the sailing was tough. Mike, thank you so much, man. You did an incredible job bearing up with me, you know. But it wasn't due to us that there was no ways we could have done this without this incredible support of all our Hobie family. We have so many people. We have so many people that showed up, that supported us online. It is truly, truly humbling. And there's no ways we could have completed this whole thing without it. You know, I had my daughter meet me on the beach. We had our rest of our Hobie crew show up here from various fleets to support us. And absolutely incredible. It took time and effort out of their lives. I also wanted to pay tribute to Sandra and my dad, who passed away a year ago. And it was something that was on my mind the whole event. And it's through them that we are able to do this too, you know, and endure this journey. So thanks to all of you. You're amazing competitors. It's been such a pleasure meeting all of you. I'm sure we got lifetime friendships here. Thank you all for making it so special. And to this incredible organizing committee. You guys are awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Nice. Hope we see you guys again soon. In 6th place, I'm still dying to hear the story of where this name came from. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, a gentleman's agreement. Ian Ray, Sam Carter, Mark Naniti. Another first-time team.
Congratulations.
Come on up here, Gimpy.
Real quick, thank you to the organizing committee. I know it's a huge lift for you guys putting this together. Everybody in this room that's here supporting all the teams. And of course, Mark and Will, who are with us every step of the way. Late nights, putting our boat back together. And we're just really glad to be here. And of course, Ian for putting up with me for a year.
Thanks, everybody. We've had a lot of fun. We do have one special award for the Australians. We nicknamed them first Aussie 1, then it became A1, and finally it just ended up being steak sauce. So we have two bottles of steak sauce for the lads that showed us how to sail this event. Add that to the...
Good one, guys. All right, in 5th place, this team coming back again. They were with us in 2019. They were with us again in 2022. It must be some kind of pregnancy amnesia that you forget how much it hurts and you keep coming back. Chris Green, Jean Ballon, and Trey Garrison of TCDYC. Must be present to win. And the incredible stickering Kurt and Dave.
Thank you so much. I mean, this race and this sport is something very special. This team that's here with me, I want to thank Jean for trusting me, being out on the wire in the really rough stuff out here. When you've got someone you don't really know that well driving, takes an incredible commitment of trust. So thank you, Jean, and thanks for an amazing performance. The rest of my crew here, these are people that I met through catamaran sailing on the beach. And it's these people that are why I'm here today, why I live in America, why me and my wife chose to stay here rather than go back to England. It's the spirit of catamaran sailing, the special people you meet through this sport. It's truly like a very special part of our lives. So we look forward to being back in 2 years' time. I want to thank my sponsor, Karen Green. Maybe we will get sponsors next time. And finally, we just would like the organising authority to order a little bit more downwind for next time. We'll be coming to get you all. Choo-choo!
Thanks for coming.
So I'm not
right. In fourth place, while Gerard might be the oldest, I got somebody who's probably got more miles. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Smythe, Dalton Tebow, and Mike Eason of local favorite Team Rudy's. Rudy's, Rudy's, Rudy's. They're smiling.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for coming around.
Oh, it's my turn. Well, I'll keep it short. 1985 was my first run, and that's when they switched it from the Hobies to anything goes sort of thing, Prindle 19. This is a long, long time ago, but had the same feeling of anybody here that came for the first time. It's like, can we do this? Can we finish? You know, you read the same sort of magazine articles, I guess, about the World 1000. And it gets to be a bit addictive. There's kind of a blur in the middle of all the different races over the years, but 9 times, not quite 70 yet. So I'll just announce it right now. That was my last one. but hey. But there's a lot behind this team, and I just want to mention Rudy's. They sponsored us the last 2 years, but more importantly, they're the sponsor that's sponsored teams, various teams, over the years from the 70s or early 80s, I don't know, just about every year. And I think all we really need is like 12 more Rudy's, and we have a pretty good program out there. Anyway, let me let Dalton take it. Go ahead and say something.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous time sailing with Randy, and obviously wish we could do it again. I'm sure we'll do some other sailing together for sure. Yeah, great race, great organization. Really appreciate all the support from everyone. Competitors, race committee, my team. It's been awesome. Thanks, guys.
Mike?
Just real quickly, many of you know Carter Turpin, owner of Rudy's, has been involved in this race since 1983. 40-some years, he's had the privilege of hosting a variety of sailors. Many of them are still in this room. Rod Waterhouse, Gerard, and of course, Randy. We've had a long discussion about the future of Rudy's, and unfortunately, every road has its end. And this is the end for Team Rudy's. Unfortunately. But it's been a great ride, great people to deal with, and we'll always have the memories and friends that keep us going. So best of luck to you and the organizing committee.
Thanks, fellas. We're really going to miss Rudy's. I respect the decision, but I'm going to talk you out of it. I'm pretty charming. All right, we're into the hardware. In third place, Manu Ballon, Mathieu Marfang, and Mike Berline. Please come forward with your team. Third place. Please present.
He's talking.
He is talking.
Are you sure? Sorry for my English. I imagine for everyone it was an amazing adventure. probably the most for me because I'm come back in France with a lot of news color in my mind and my heart. Thank you everyone for the exceptional race. Thank you.
It's just an amazing event. World 1000 is not just a race, it's an adventure, but an adventure where now you have a lot of competition. It's an adventure when you see a dolphin or something like on the water, sea life. You guys know what I'm talking about, this famous question. Have you guys seen something in the water? You can look at it, but you have the Aussies in the front, some Aussies in the back, some British, many people trying to chase you, or you have someone to chase, and at the end of the day, it's about seconds, minutes, so you have to fight hard, and this is what it is about. You give everything you have until the end, and at the end of the race, you are last, first, you all did it, that's what is important. I'm not going to keep it short. I have it, I keep it. So the other thing I wanted to say is thanks a lot to Chris Green. He's the one who 2 years ago asked me to do it with him. Without him, I, Jean, and Manu, and all the team would have never been here today because he gave me the opportunity, amazing opportunity to sail with him 2 years ago. Thanks you. Thanks a lot, Chris. And as I said during one of the interviews just after the finish, I was a little emotional, but it's here, it's like another family. We spend a lot of time away from our family for sailing. I want to thank my wife because she's taking care of everything when I'm not here. 3 kids, it's not easy. And it's the same for all of us. Without our family to support our stupid decision of sailing, we will not be able to do it. So thanks to my family and thanks to you, my other family. Thanks a lot. Last but not least, I hope this is the way to say it, but last but not least, I would like to thank Mike and all the team he put together. We have the record man of the race with us. Thank you. I'm pretty sure he did everything so we don't break it, but he's in our team. But thanks a lot to you guys because without you we won't be able to do it. And I hope it's just the beginning. We promise you to try to win. We have not been able. We would like to say congratulations to the Aussies. They have been very strong. But we will come back and we will fight for the win.
I'd like to thank Matt and Manu for teaching me a lot about sailing, how to do it right, and giving us the chance to be with our family here. And it's a great honor to come back with Philippe and do it 2 years later and do it competently this time.
Cirrus MM Sailing, folks. Picture time. Gonna have to turn down that f-stop for these shirts. Nice job.
Pour l'équipe de OA, félicitations et je vous verrai dans 2 ans. Bon retour.
Nice. All right, continuing in the hardware. Another team from down under. We're so grateful that they came and joined us for their first attempt. I just figured out why I can't read this. Oh, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, for Team Australia 2 Peter Skews, Bailey Skews, and Peter Manley.
So glad you came. Capital work. Well done.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the organizing committee for putting on such an incredible event. It was really surreal the whole time to be part of something so well put together. And I also really wanted to thank all the competitors. You're all amazing. I feel like we've made some really great friends. And I also wanted to thank Manu and Matt for giving us some of the hardest fighting we've had ever. I don't think we were more than 30 minutes apart for the whole event. And so you're right, we didn't have like a second to breathe or because you guys were right behind us or getting away from us. So yeah, thanks for such a great event. Thanks for such great competition. Yeah.
Yeah, this has been a dream of mine since I was about 15 years old. I read in a magazine some guy called Rod Waterhouse had won the race. And it was probably about 15 or more years later before I even met Rod. But yeah, that was sort of the seed for me. And there's a bunch of people that we just couldn't have been here without. First of all, without the blessing of my beautiful wife, Janine. Thank you. It just never would have happened without you. Of course, Bailey. I just dumped it on him one day. I rang him up and I said, "Hey, we've just entered into the Worrell." And he said, "What?" I just dropped it on him. He had no warning. But also for Rod Waterhouse, thank you so much. All of your encouragement and enthusiasm. We sat on a ferry from Captiva Island over to Cabbage Key for about an hour, and you just told me all about the Worrell, and just that was it. That got me so fired up to do this. Something that I wanted to do since I was a kid. Thanks so much,
Sucker.
Rod. So yeah, without Rod. Brett Burville, without the amazing Windrush Edge, the boat that he put together. I know when we initially entered, I asked Brett if there was a possibility of a charter boat, and he just said, no, for the Worrell, no way. About 2 months later, he rang me up and he was talking about our boats, and I thought, oh no, there's been some misunderstanding. He thinks I'm buying a boat. And he said, no, we'll work something out. We'll do a charter boat. So Brett, thank you for trusting in us. Yeah, like all of your work and everything that went into it, organising this to make it happen, thank you so much. We could not have done it without you. And your boat, like it is the best F-18 on the planet. And we just absolutely adore it. And Max, same, you put your faith in us, and your sales, every set of sales we get from Next Gen are just better and better. And again, Max, we couldn't have done this without you either. The Shaw team, Peter Manley, as soon as Pete knew that we'd entered, yeah, I haven't got to forget. Actually, where is Chuck? Chuck, come up here. Sorry.
And he's walking just fine.
Yeah.
Stitches!
He's a man who put his body on the line.
Very humble job.
Yeah. But as soon as it ended, Pete just said, "Can I come?" And I immediately said yes, because we knew that Pete would be there and helping us out in every way possible. So Pete, you're another one of these people that during this trip we could not have been here without you, and gone from checkpoint to checkpoint. He's driven the car everywhere and packed all the bags, and yeah. And Chuck, we only met you 2 weeks ago, and like you've just become a dear friend. So thank you so much, and you've got to be with us again next time. Of course, I can't forget Dan. Dan, who was just stepped in and helped out with stuff on our boat when we just had a few things that we needed to sort out, and Dan was always there as well. So thank you so much. Also. You know, this is basically a self-funded team, as is the Aussie team, and it's a really, really expensive thing, but two companies that made it so much easier for us were Harkin Australia. Grantley from Harkin, thank you. how I can just put so much in for these boats, and Vycobi. So Pat and Adrian and Bart from Vycobi, thank you so much. When they heard we were doing this race, they said, we want to support you. And they've been so amazing in helping us as well. So we've been really, really fortunate with the help that we've had. And finally, Matt and Manu, we've spent 2 weeks racing with you guys. Tough racing. Always wondering which way it was going to fall. So we've had 2 weeks of racing, but we've got friendships for life. So thank you very much. And it's great to meet everyone here in the race.
I'm down.
All right.
Lead them off, Stitches. All right, folks, wrapping this up with just a remarkable team performance. First-time competitors in the World 1000. Team Australia won. Brett Burville, Max Putman, and Rod Waterhouse.
Congratulations.
We need to move along. Thank you.
Gentlemen, outstanding performance.
Yeah.
And your A1 sauce.
Pass it to
Brett.
Made a deposit.
John, you want the mic? Who wants
Give
the
it to
mic?
Brett.
Brett.
Ah, all right. Well, what an adventure that was. To the organising committee, I can't believe that you guys put all this together. It's just been amazing. From the outside, it looks so smooth, but we heard this morning that you were like ducks, with looking calm above the water and just swimming like hell underneath to get it done. So we all really appreciate the fact that that you did that, and that we got to share this amazing adventure with everyone in the room. Without Rod, I probably wouldn't have got here. 22nd of August 2022, we were in Salna in Sweden at the Archipelago Raid, and Rod said to me, you know, have you ever considered doing the Warrell 1000? And I said, I've been dreaming about it since 1988 when I saw in Cat Sailor magazine Randy's boat, the Superlube boat with the amazing racks out the side, and I just thought, that's me, I've got to be involved with this. And that was a long time ago now. And at the same time, I did some sailing, long-distance sailing with Gerard Loos in Holland, in France mainly, and Germany, I think also. And we had a fantastic time, and I guess that kind of sowed the seed for not just wanting to do course racing, but also wanting to be involved with these long raids. And it's just been an amazing journey. Max has been incredible. He just is so strong. And we together have this synergy on the boat where we hardly need to speak. It just happens somehow. I don't know. And mostly it seems to turn out pretty good. So we're really looking forward to going and doing some course race championships now and seeing how we can get on, remembering how to turn corners and put the sails up and down a bit faster. So that'll be fun. To everyone that was involved on the team, Tony Prieu, I cannot believe how much effort you put in for us, doing all the stuff on this side of the pond to get us ready. Just incredible, man. Thank you. To Kerry, she's been like our regatta mum. It's been unreal.
Like every morning, she just makes sure we've got food. She makes sure our bags get in the truck and get to the next location. It's just been an amazing event. I was able to share it with my brother Hayden, who was able to make it out here for 2/3 of the event, and that's been cool. And our great friend Alistair, who loves coming along to our sailing events and just keeping us in check, because sometimes we get a little rowdy. But anyway, it's been a fantastic journey, and without all of the supporters back home and online and people that have contributed as sponsors or partners in the team, we really appreciate that all. And so I guess Max and Rod should have something to say.
Yeah, wow. What an event that was. I couldn't believe after the second or third day, the organisation level just stayed at a premium. I was blown away. I was expecting things to start to get a little bit out of control and people showing up late, whatever. But no, you guys absolutely stayed on top of it all the way, and I am blown away. But we shouldn't really be surprised because you're all so talented and magnificent at what you do. So another round of applause for the organising committee, please. Rod, I gotta say, this is your win as much as it is ours. Without your knowledge of this race, the way that this coastline works, the way that the currents work, the wind works, the competition, the organising committee, everything that happens in this race, Rod knows it inside out, and he has passed that knowledge on to us, and we're absolutely blown away by your generosity and your ability to communicate with us. And I'm sorry if we've probably taken a few good years off your life with the stress. But mate, this is your win as much as it is ours. Tony, you bloody legend. Love your work. Thank you so much for looking after us. Kerry, it's been amazing having you fussing over us. It's totally blown us away. We've never had anyone help us like the way that you guys have when we travel overseas. Brett and I are usually just holding down the fort doing everything. So to have you guys with us, looking after us, has made all the difference, and it's been essential to winning this regatta. This is yours as much as it is ours. Bretto, mate, we have been beaten more times than we have won, and I've got a saying, win together, lose together. We lose a lot more than we win, but man, it feels good to win. And we've done it together, up and down, left and right, all over the world. We're sailing together, getting humbled and making amazing memories. Some of the best memories of my life have been hooning around on little plastic fiberglass catamarans with you, and this is definitely another memory that's going to be one of my favourites that I'll look back on. Thank you, everyone, from the bottom of my heart. This has been one of the best moments of my life. Thank you.
This thing meets official minimum weight.
Oh, there you go. And don't forget the A1 steak sauce is in there. We'll get out of the picture. There you go. That's what I'm doing.
Come on, everybody in. Everybody in. Hey. Get in, get in, get in.
Yeah, guys, smile.
You
want to say something?
You should go.
Go on.
Go on. All right.
Sorry, the last one. Sorry about this, guys. So proud of what we achieved this year. Obviously, a 1-2 finish is a super special for a team. But more important this year was the fact that we had an all-Australian-built product. That's the hulls from Windrush, and Brett built them, and the sails from Max. It's a big effort shipping boats, and it only just happened. And the spirit of this race was that 3 days before this event, we didn't have boats. They just hadn't arrived, and we were looking in real poor shape. And the Worrell community pulled together, and we had 3 boats for all 3 teams ready to go if our boats didn't make the start line. So thanks to all those who offered up their boats. Thank you. Stepping aside to be a team boss, do I miss the sailing event? Do I miss sailing in this event? A bad day in the sailing team is when, in a North Atlantic gale off the Oregon Inlet, you pile into the boiler of the wrecked steamer, the Oriental, destroying your boat and barely living to tell the tale. From experience now, a bad day on the ground crew is when you are so rushed to beat the boats to a checkpoint, you cannot get to the Mexican restaurant for lunch and have to settle for Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. On behalf of Team Australia, I can say that we will be back in 2026. And the aim is for 3 boats. So 2006, bring it on.
I have nothing else. I think it's you. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to call up Brett and Larry. You want to say a few words for your team?
So we thought we'd all do the thank yous again, so all the teams are going to come back up. No, just kidding. We didn't realize this was the thank you time, and we did want to get a team photo, so here we go. Just want to thank everyone. So when I first did this race in 2005, and I met this guy, John, and Neil, it's been a good 19-year journey. But this race, I want to thank Bev, because I was not going to enter it this year. I was tired. It's expensive. It's a lot of work. It takes away from the family, my wife Pam, and all my kids. It takes away from everything else. But at the registration day, Bev sent me a text, and she's like, "You're not going to register?" And I was like, all right, I'll register. So here we are, and I do plan to be back in 2026. This is our 3rd time. My son Zach and I finished it in 19, and we had a beautiful year. Brett and I finished it in 22, and we had a beautiful year. And now this year, Brett and Lockie were able to finish it, and we've had a beautiful year. And I was glad to finish with Trey on the last day. So thank you. I know it was controversial, but everyone that helped get every starting team to the end, thank you. It was appreciated. Love everyone here, you know, my family, my brothers, my parents, my children, this team, my grandson, my new daughter-in-law. Where'd she go? Where's Allie? She's right there. Come on up, team picture. Come on, Allie. And last but not least, this man who has stood behind us since 2018. Chris's Ground Crew Triathlons, Great Texas, Ultimate Florida, our 1,760 miles of ground crewing, and 3 Worlds now. So this is a wonderful time. To end the show, Brett, not Burville, not any other Brett, but the invincible Brett White.
Well, what can I say, Larry? I got a phone call from Larry saying I need a skipper, and I've gone, "Oh, Larry, I've got a daughter getting married, and you know, budget's going to be tight both ways." So anyway, I said, he rang me from the Bahamas or somewhere, was it?
British Virgin Islands.
British Virgin Islands, and his wife put.
It was our 15th anniversary. We were chartered a boat. we talked about doing a race, and she's like, only if Brett comes. So.
Oh, okay, so then I said, well, what about, can I bring my son as well? And yes, opted Lockie. And I'd like to say thank you, Lockie. That was the precious day of my life. Thank you, Larry, that my son could participate in the last two parts of the Worrell. But where do we start? Thank you, the organising committee. Neil, best start lines on record. Rick, for all the artwork that you've done, mate. And what's been going on behind the scenes, I don't know what to say. Robert, Janine, Brandon, and all his crew, I think really deserve, and I think there'll be something special come up after this. There'll be a documentary, might be on Netflix, who knows? But look, the team we put together, it's unique. It's something that you'd bring two countries together with Australia and America, and here we are with such a lovely family we look out amongst. We're all Worrell family, and without that, I don't know what else to say, but congratulations to Aussie 1 and 2. Well done, well deserved, very professional outfit. They put it together, and this is the result. So without further ado, I'd just like to thank everybody for being here and witnessing what we'll see probably in, 2 years?
I think we might have an announcement to make.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't spoil it.
One team photo, and we'll call it a day.
All right, one team photo, please.
Come on, team.
You guys look fantastic. 3, 2, 1. Nice.
One more, guys. One more.
Thank you. All right, one last announcement, and I promise we're done.
Thank you all for the piano.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, as we draw to a close here, I want to especially thank the staff, the servers, the manager of Murphy's for putting this great event on. Is this a fantastic place for an awards banquet or what? Tip your bartenders, and they worked hard for you. They came in early, I think, to work on this presentation and production. And thank you, Peggy, for arranging the pipers, the Silent City Pipers. That was a surprise organized by Peggy Anthony. Let's thank her for that, and the pipers for piping. And our awards program is drawing to a close. I'd like to thank our social media family who followed the race and who supported us by contributing on social media. Thank you out there in the internet world for being a part of this year's Worrell 1000. We really appreciate all of you. I'd like to announce with great pleasure that the next Worrell 1000 will be run in May 2026. You can follow the race planning progress on social media at the Worrell 1000 website. It's worrell1000race.com, and on Facebook and other social media. Don't forget to check out all of the photos and videos that have been and will be uploaded to Facebook and other Worrell 1000 related websites. There'll be a merch store on the website. Buy the merch you didn't get a chance to buy during the race. For those of you on the internet, it's tough to stuff it through the computer line, so we'll be mailing it to you. We'll see you on the beach in 2026. And now for all the Worrelliers in Virginia Beach, let's party.